Budgies outside, predation. While your budgie is safe at home, the wilderness does not assure him that kind of protection. The moment you release him into the wild, a variety of ferocious predators await him. First, remember the budgie is a small bird and every predator's target. The cats that roam about looking for food will spot the bird and prey on him. What makes the bird more noticeable and more likely to be preyed upon is the isolation. Having been kept captive, the budgie is probably used to living alone and considers that as the norm. However, when the budgie is now in the wild, isolation is a weak point. The other budgies in the wild exist in flocks. This grouping itself is a form of predation, making the wild budgies more protected than a captive budgie just released into the wild. Warmth and temperature. Warmth and temperature are a pair of factors that will affect your captive budgie if he gets into the wilderness, minimizing his chances of surviving for long. In the cage, you likely provide a warm environment. These conditions are ideal for the budgie who survives at 18 to 29 degrees Celsius. That temperature range clearly shows that budgies need warmth to survive. Besides, your feathered friend is not used to the weather outside as it stays indoors most of the time. So then, the captive budgie, when released into the wild, will survive in summer and part of spring. During these two seasons, the temperatures are within the budgie's survival range. However, as winter starts and continues, the chances of survival of your budgie are greatly reduced. Feeding factors of budgies outside. Feeding factors also affect the captive budgie that finds himself in the wild for one reason or another. Because you were taming the bird, you must have been giving him food as part of taking care of him. Pellets and grains were more likely to be at the bird's disposal. Of course, fruits and vegetables are wholesome food for the budgie, and so you likely invested in these a lot. Now suddenly, the budgie finds himself all along with none of these. He either dies of starvation or looks for food. Of course, the bird will try to get food. However, if it is a poor budgie, getting food for himself may not be easy for him, and he may even die of hunger, exhaustion. Another reason that will likely minimize the budgie's survival in the wild is fatigue. How so? First, your bird could be the curious type that wants to fly and explore the potential his instincts can unlock. As the budgie flies and flies some more, fatigue sets in, and he may die. Besides, being new in the wild means the bird hardly knows any sources of food around. The movements coupled with starvation make the budgie vulnerable. Another factor that can lead to exhaustion is the fact that the new environment startles the bird. When he got to know life, that happened in the aviaries. When he found a home, that happened in the cage. Literally, your budgie knew nothing about the wild and is just starting to explore it. Can you search for and rescue your budgie escapee? If you intentionally left your budgie out in the wild hoping that he would return, but he is not, are you wondering whether it would be possible to have him back into captivity once again? In the case where the bird just escaped on his own, you may equally wonder if you stand a chance of having him back. Well, it's actually possible, although this is not guaranteed. Some budgies will go and never return, while you may be lucky enough to have the escapee back in some cases. Having budgie is fun, but there is always but. Having a budgie as a pet is just fun because the birds are quite lovable. Besides, the bird may grow curious and escape from the cage. The video has explored the chances of survival for the budgies outside. If you wish to find him and lure him back, the video has also provided the steps you can take. It's not guaranteed, though, that your lost feathered friend will be back in your captivity, but you can also find a stray budgie and tame him.